And you can see a picture here of something in Hardin, right? And the question I would ask is, have they hired Crow Tribe workers for that operation? Will they hire Crow Tribe workers for this next project? I don't know. It's something to think about. And then some of you might be thinking, okay, let's suppose they build this whole thing, they spend all of this money. If I needed to get water to my property, would the system that they build really deliver water to my property? That's probably a valid question to ask. Just comment.
90% of the homes on the reservation, sometimes homes being prior, and the water line would follow the road all the way up to Blue Creek and on up. The other one would follow the road from Fort Smith on down to Willis, across to Sarfield, pass on back down through Crow, Lodgegrass, and Well, and back. That would be the MNR system. The Crow irrigation project, that money would be obligated to all the irrigation on the reservation to rehabilitate all the projects, which would create more water for tribal members.
Okay. Thank you. Could I? I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry, but could I?
I've had meetings that were interrupted like this, but it's important that we get the right information out. These people are here, and it's a $460 million question that we're asking.
That's correct.
And he's misinterpreting a lot of that stuff.
Please make a note. Please make a note. I'm not here to facilitate an argument, but I just please make a note, and we'll let him finish out of respect. He's come a long way, and please make a note. And then when it comes to the question and answer period, we'll have plenty of opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. The point is there's information out there on how the distribution of this water will take place. It seems to me that if you own lands and you're interested in having water delivery, you have a right to find out whether that it will come to your land. Thank you.
Willis, could you hold the mic up a little? Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. So, my understanding was that if water claims had not been made and the non-use was going along all this time, there was no worries. I think that that particular question still needs to be addressed, whether there is full protection or not. So that's a question for you to inquire about, and maybe Bill will have more to say about that in his presentation. Next, please. Okay, so what else is being promised besides money? There's talk of acre-feet of water. So acre-feet of water that will be released above the natural flow. We're starting to get into some terms here where you might get really confused about what is an acre-foot, what is natural flow, what is water in storage, that kind of thing. So at this point, I would like to give you some background in the whole water part. Now, I'm done now talking about the history. I'm going to now start talking about the water resources on the reservation. Okay, next. Okay, so here's a picture of the Bighorn River. Everybody watches the water go by. How much water is it? And you know what should I know about that? Next. Okay. The Bighorn River is this drainage basin C. It has been, there's a boundary drawn here where the dam is. So this represents the area above the dam. This is the Bighorn River below the dam. This is the Little Bighorn River, and you see it connects up with the Bighorn River near Hardin. Here is the Pryor drainage. And then over here we have the Rosebud and the Upper Tongue and Squirrel Creek. Next. All of these rivers, they measure how much water is going down these rivers in CFS. Well, what does CFS stand for? Does it stand for Cattle for sale? Combat flight simulator? Okay, that was just to get you awake a little bit, sorry. Okay, next. It stands for cubic feet per second. That's kind of a hard thing to think about. Let's see what that means. So it's about 7.5 gallons of water per second is 1 CFS. Okay, let's see how much that amounts to. Next. Okay, the 75-year average flow on the Bighorn River is 2,500 CFS. 2,500 CFS is about 18,700 gallons per second. It's a lot of water. It's 1.6 billion gallons per day. If you think of 2,500 CFS, it's more than 1.6 billion gallons per day. This thing here was trying to draw a cubic foot, and it appeared 1 second after these words came up. So would you do the page up? Okay, now push page down. Okay, now 1001. There it is. Okay, 1 second, and that's how long it took for 7.5 gallons to go by from the time those words appeared and that box appeared. Next. Okay, this is a really busy slide, and if you're in the back, you'll never be able to read it. You don't need to be able to read this slide, but I just want to have it up there to point out a few things. I went to the, see it says DNRC, if you can read that. That stands for the Department of Natural Resources and Conservation. You go to their website, you can look up the Little Bighorn River, and you can look up who has water rights in that drainage. That was drainage number C, I believe, or something in the previous slide. What you'll find is that there are 42 pages of water rights. 42 pages. That's individuals, cattle companies, all sorts of folks. These are the ones that says owner, Crow Indian Reservation. So these were all the ones assigned to the Crow Indian Reservation. Most of these are on the Little Bighorn River. A couple of them are on Lodgegrass Creek and Sunday Creek. This is the priority date, 1868. 1868. The ones on Lodgegrass Creek, 1941, 1941. What you see here is a list of the CFS, the cubic feet per second, for each one of these. When you add up this whole column and see what the total is at 1,932 CFS allocated to the Crow Indian Reservation. Okay, that's really awesome, and that's a lot of water. However, if you look at the average flow in the Little Bighorn River, the 65-year average flow is 272 CFS. Obviously, not everybody on those 42 pages of water rights is going to be able to use the water that they want to claim. So those that have the senior, the oldest priority date, they're the ones that are going to be able to claim the water, and everyone that is junior will not be able to. They'll have to let the seniors use the water. Okay, next, please. Okay, another unit that we've been talking about is what is an acre foot? An acre foot, I think you can think of your own land in terms of acres. So you take 1 acre of land, which is about 209 feet by 209 feet in a square, if you will, and if you multiply this side and this side, you get an area. And this is how many feet, or if you will, squared in that area there are. But